Hi, it's Ryan. Hope you're well. I wanted to talk to you today about work avoidance and avoidance in general of non-preferred tasks. Yesterday I was in a kindergarten classroom, and I was in there during a transition when the class shifted from doing one thing to another, and I was in there to observe a little girl, and when it was time to do this other task, she went into the bathroom, and I don't think she went, I think she just flushed the toilet, and then came out and then went back in again, and as I watched her during this period, what I noticed is that a lot of her behavior was about work avoidance. She was trying to avoid doing work. Work avoidance is something that is very common in kids with ADHD, because if you lack the self-directed talk and the resiliency to get through non-preferred tasks, what happens is that when you sit down to do homework or have to do a chore or whatever it is, number one, your difficulty with conceptualizing time makes it difficult for you to understand how long the task will take, so you often think it will take longer than it actually will. Number two is if you don't have the self-directed talk, with kids, what I call your inner coach, to say, hey, this is going to be boring, but I can get through this, okay, then that's the other reason why you might avoid things, because you don't have that ability to kind of talk yourself through it. And number three is because you have difficulty with motivation. We say that motivation is an emotion of the future, meaning to motivate yourself, you have to be able to visualize the end result. So if you cannot picture feeling good about having something done, or you have difficulty visualizing yourself getting a task done, you're probably going to avoid it. So if you, in some way, shape, or form, I'm sure if you have a child with ADHD, Oh, we're back. Okay. So if you have a child with ADHD, I'm sure you have seen them have some degree of work avoidance or avoidance of non-preferred tasks. So it is extremely important that you help your child develop the resiliency to get through non-preferred tasks and not avoid things. So the ways we do that, the strategies I use are: number one, teaching how to conceptualize time; number two, teaching how to use your inner coach to have that inner dialogue to tell yourself that you can get through things; and number three is through improving nonverbal working memory, your ability to picture yourself doing something in the future, because that's what helps build motivation. So what happens if you lack the, you lack the, this ability, and you just tend to avoid things because you've never developed the skills to be able to do it? Well, what happens is when you graduate high school, you may have difficulty in a job, because every job has boring aspects to it. So you might have difficulty getting through those boring aspects. You might not complete work or meet the expectations of your job if you don't have the resiliency to get through these things. And in college, if you graduate high school and never develop these skills and go to college, being able to stay in college is really going to be a challenge for you. Not only because you don't have anybody hovering over you, but because you don't have anybody telling you when you should or shouldn't go to class. So it is really important to develop these skills early on. And again, I want to always give you a future picture of things, because these are not things we hear about necessarily. What happens when kids don't develop these skills when they were younger. But it is real, and I will tell you, I have seen individuals who have not developed strategies to get through non-preferred tasks, and it's problematic in their life. So hope this is helpful. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.